All right, welcome back, everybody. We're joined by another deWiz success story. Mike Tracy joins us from Wilmington, North Carolina. And I talked to Mike a little bit before we started recording here. He had a nice little round this morning, shot a 78. So that's got to feel good as we head really into the summer months of golf season here. Mike, we're bringing you on as, one of our heavy deWiz users that we've seen in our database, and wanted to start by just kind of you giving us a little bit of background about yourself, your golfing career, as we might call it for the everyday golfer. But how long have you been playing, and how often are you playing golf?
Sure, Matt. Yeah, thanks for having me. I've been playing golf. I played when I was younger, in my 20s. Never really thought about it. Just out there having fun. Life happened. Picked it up again, probably at about 52, and I'm pretty much a sicko right now. Try to play twice a week. Really, I'm a kind of an outlier in the golf community. I like to walk and carry my bag. Just really enjoy being outdoors, the challenge of golf. Haven't been playing well the last couple of years. So that's kind of was one of the things that kind of drove me to deWiz. I had a really, just went and played in the tournament and just was horrible. And I was had a nice little ride home in the car, and I kind of decided that, if you want to get better, you have to practice. And that's kind of what led me on the search to find tools to make me better. And that's how I found deWiz.
And that's awesome. And, everybody has that, when they're just playing golf for fun, it's just fun, and it's, it's good to be outside. And then when you start getting into, I really want to get better at this, and I want to improve. And, there's so many different ways of improving. And, I'm glad that you've been able to find deWiz to help you with your game. I kind of talking back through, when you first got it, what was kind of what drew you? Is it just, I want to try to get better at golf? This is something that, looks like it might be able to help me. Or was there anything in particular with your game that you may have been looking to improve upon?
Well, I think probably what drove me to deWiz first was that it's not like some contraption that I'm strapping to my body that I can't use on the golf course. You can put down mats and, wrist things and arm things and, to try to groove your swing, but you can't use them on the golf course. So for me, that doesn't do anything for me. It's just something that I can put on my wrist, so it's not affecting my swing or making me swing in an unnatural way. I mean, I pretty much have my swing. I just need little things to help me fine tune it. And that's what deWiz did. It just allowed me to see, hey, this is what's happening in my backswing. This is what's happening in my downswing. These are my takeaway. I've taken lessons and I've done video, but with deWiz, I can look at, 500 swings, and go through and see exactly what's happening and what my hands are doing, where am I moving, and for me, that's been a big game changer because it's real time. And I can go in my backyard and, I can hit off a mat into a net and simulate all kinds of different swings. And kind of, I went all in, bought a launch monitor. And now I can see that, okay, if I do this with my swing, that's what the ball's doing. And I can put, one and one together and it makes two. And in golf, that's important.
That's what you're looking for. And I like getting into the numbers a little bit here. One, you look at your data. I'm not going to ask you to kind of run through a data sheet or anything, but was there anything in particular that, when you first started using the deWiz and you started seeing your swing data, something that really stuck out to you and something that, okay, I need to improve upon this? Or, when you look at your data, what's the biggest change that you've kind of seen over time?
Well, I've always had a big time over the top move because as I get older, I get slower. So I'm always, when I'm in that backswing, I'm like, okay, nice and easy, nice and easy, nice and easy, downswing, kill it. So that caused me to be over the top. And what deWiz has shown me is that it's not really that my swing is so much over the top on the downswing, is that I'm bringing my hands way too inside on the takeaway. So I'm trying to compensate for that. So now I've, brought my hands a little bit more to the outside on the takeaway. The IDDY, the IDDX, those two figures, with my casting and my swaying, have shown me that, there's a whole lot of movement going on as I get to the top of my backswing and then on my downswing. So that's really helped me settle those two things down. And, I used to have a horrible wipey fade, slice, whatever you want to call it, and it would come up at the worst times possible to where I mean, couldn't even find the club face sometimes. And now that I've settled everything down and I'm getting off my right side and get on my left side, which helps me lower my hands on a more of an even, not moving back or not moving forward. It's just completely different. I feel comfortable hitting the fairway now, where before I was like, I had the driver yips. I was like, oh my God, where's this going to go? So that was the big thing. I think the transition has helped tremendously. The IDDY and the IDDX, when it first came out, when I first had the app, Marcus just kind of had a blurb in there, but then he put in the videos, and the videos were a tremendous help. It's like, oh, a little light bulb went off. Okay, yeah, this is like, wow. And then you can look at you from the back, from the front, and forward. And the forward view really showed me how much my hands were moving when I began the downswing, and that was a game changer for me.
And if you may not be a deWiz user and you may be wondering what IDDX and IDDY are, initial downswing direction along the X and Y axis. So not only are we giving you your transition number showing where your backswing plane is in comparison to your downswing plane, but the IDDX and IDDY provide even more information as to what your hands are doing at that transition point. And whether you're a deWiz user, non-deWiz user, go to our website, www.dewizgolf.com. You can check out, we actually just launched this. I put it up on the site about 2 hours ago. It's called the Learning Center. It's right there at the top of the website page. You can find all the information you need to know about all the different data points, what good numbers are, what tour data is, and anything that you would need to know about the deWiz data. You can find that in the Learning Center at dewizgolf.com. Mike, thanks so much for taking the time to join us here. I'll leave you with this. Shot 78 this morning. What's kind of your goals moving forward in golf? Are you playing in tournaments, club championships? What's the summer looking like for you as far as a maybe competitive golf environment?
I don't know if I have a lot of competitive things planned. Just because at the beginning of the year, my game was so bad that I didn't, I was like, forget this, man. I don't even want to show myself in public. But now that things are kind of coming together, I feel comfortable with it. I can hit the ball straight. I can get a good drive going. I'm probably going to look at some certain things that I want to do, get involved in some other things. I don't know if I'm an NLU longtime guy, and there's a lot of opportunities there. So I'm just, I'm enjoying the game of golf again, to where when I'm playing, I'm not that guy sitting over there in the corner pissed off because he just hit a horrible drive. I'm having, it's fun again, which is what it's supposed to be.
And that's what we're all looking for. If you want to learn more about deWiz Golf, once again, dewizgolf.com is our website. Check out the Learning Center at the top of the page. Mike Tracy, once again, thanks so much for joining us here.
Thanks, Matt. It was a pleasure. Thank you.